Qatar GP is just around the corner, and it's the third and final race of the final triple header of the season with Mexico and Brazil. Lewis Hamilton dealt a blow to Max Verstappen in the last race, but what are the chances in Qatar? Find out in our preview. For the first time in history, the Qatar GP is on the F1 calendar, and the organisers have got it right with a 10-year deal. This year, the race was mainly used as a substitute, but from 2023, the 10-year contract will start, and Qatar GP will be on the calendar every year. Although there is protests against sporting events in this country due to human rights that are often violated, the Middle Eastern countries also managed to bring Formula 1, the World Cup, and previously MotoGP to the country. Whether it will be a success depends on the circuit and the actual race itself. The Losaili International Circuit was built within a year by 1,000 workers to deliver the circuit for the 2004 MotoGP race. In Losaili, a small town just above the capital Doha, is a fairly flat circuit and can be compared to the Bahrain circuit. Also here, their races were held under artificial light in the evening. The circuit is 5.38 kilometres long and has 16 corners. The long straight is over a kilometre long with a wide first corner. It also offers the best chance for overtaking. Although the track has no elevation changes, it does have a cool flow. It alternates the fast corners to the slow one, but it remains to see if this will be a real challenge for F1 drivers. 2021 F1 season's coming to the end, and while in recent years it's been a dead heat, it's now more exciting than ever. With 3 races to go, Verstappen has a 14-point lead over Hamilton, while Mercedes has an 11-point lead over Red Bull. Everything is still open. The tension is also felt by the teams who try to attack each other from all angles. Mercedes is still trying to push for new evidence to punish Verstappen for his defensive action towards Hamilton and Brazil. Red Bull, on the other hand, has investigated how Mercedes suddenly gained so much speed, looking at the engine rear wing and also the apparent moving steering column. Diplomacy is over, Toto Wolff announced after the Brazilian Grand Prix, and they will meet for a tense atmosphere at Friday's press conference with Christian Horner. The battle on track is also set to intensify. Hamilton and a new engine in his W12 are unbeatable in Brazil, but how strong will the paper be, will it be in Qatar? On paper it looks like a good track for a car with such a good engine, but on average Mercedes' engine won't last long this year. This weekend is another typical weekend in the Middle East. He doesn't have to reckon with rain, as there is no chance of it. It will also be warm. According to the weather app, the maximum daytime temperature will be 28 degrees, and on Friday and Saturday it will also rise to 30. The 2021, it's very difficult to make a prediction. In Brazil, Verstappen was by far the favourite, but it was Hamilton who drove to victory despite a qualification, and Mercedes looked unbeatable. The expectation is that it will be closer than ever in Qatar. The flat track with long straight normally favours Mercedes, but we still know this about the asphalt and the amount of grip on this track. The technical second sector should suit Red Bull, although we are racing at sea level. Hamilton and Mercedes are favourite for this Grand Prix, but it will be up to Verstappen to limit the damage. If he manages to win, it will be a nice bonus, but his second place is no disgrace in this race. He needs to make sure he finishes above Bottas, which, let's face it, he normally does. The main story on Friday and Thursday in the paddock was, of course, the whole debate between Mercedes and Red Bull. Should Verstappen be punished? The stewards have returned their verdict, and there will be no further action taken against Verstappen. Personally, I did think it was probably a penalty, but I can see why they haven't taken the penalty and gone back. And then also there's been loads of chats over rear wings and stuff like that. Red Bull say Mercedes is illegal, Mercedes say it isn't. It's just basically a lot of politics going on in the paddock at the moment. But moving on then to practice one, it was Max Verstappen who was fastest at 4.5 tenths quicker than Pierre Gasly, and then the Mercedes duo, Yuki Tsunoda in 5th. Great to see him up there as well. But yeah, it wasn't really a huge amount you could read from this session. Obviously it's just everyone getting used to the track, and of course with it being a night race in the day, there's not a lot you can really read into this sort of session. And in practice 2, which you'd probably have to say was a bit more representative, it was Valtteri Bottas who set the top time, just 2 tenths faster than Pierre Gasly, so either that AlphaTauri has some serious pace or the timings were a bit mixed. Verstappen was in 3rd, Hamilton was in 4th, so yeah, I don't think either of the championship runners got a perfect lap in. Perez down in 8th as well, but then if you look at the leaderboard, Stroll in 6th, Tsunoda in 7th, it just seems to be a bit all over the place, so I'm not really sure how much you can read into it. I think this could be one of those qualifying sessions that we go into with plenty of unknowns. Before I go, my predictions for this weekend, obviously slipping in an unknown. We don't really know what the track's going to be like, but I'm going to say a pole and a win for Hamilton. That Mercedes just looks so fast in Brazil. I can see it continuing, even if it's not quite as dominant. And yeah, Hamilton really needs it more than Verstappen just to close that gap. If Verstappen gets another win, then it's really looking good for him. But I can see Verstappen coming home in second. And in third, I'm going to go for Perez. Normally I go for Bottas. I think he's slightly better, but Perez, he's been in good form recently. I saw it recently, he won a track ages ago, so maybe that'll help as well. But yeah, I'm going to go for Perez third. But anyway guys, that's the video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, comments down below. Follow me on Twitter, link description below for daily F1 news. And subscribe to my channel on the screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.